Heading into the final round at Congressional, Tiger Woods found himself just one stroke out of the lead.
There's no question today's loss to Creighton was an emotional one for Greg Marshall's team, but players told me after the game they don't have time to sit and dwell on it.
Leon, I gotta admit, I got shocker fever too. Thought you might want to start calling me Turi Murray Rachel.
Good evening, everyone. College football just right around the corner in today's newly released Big 12 preseason poll.
Coach WEIS says he already has his first speech ready for tonight's team meeting, and he's keeping it simple, just telling his guys, be on time and be ready to work. And the only thing that's changed about this K-State team since it walked off the field at TCU Saturday night is its position in the polls, most notably jumping to #1 in the BCS. But other than that, it's just business as usual for Bill Snyder's bunch in Manhattan. It's my understanding that you were in a really bad car accident earlier in the week. Your status was questionable for tonight, but obviously you didn't show any signs of injury. How do you feel, first of all, and how does it feel to be 8-0?
And just because you play in the NFL doesn't mean you're exempt from having to count the calories. Just ask Chiefs nose tackle Dontari Poe. The Chiefs' first-round pick back in 2012 has given up his most favorite food, barbecue. That's not easy when you consider the fact that Poe, who's originally from Memphis, now lives in Kansas City, so he's got lots of temptation being surrounded by some of the best BBQ joints in the country. But giving up the sweet sauce and pork has paid off. Poe is reportedly 20 pounds lighter and looking much quicker out on the practice field. So, Dontari, what are you eating?
A lot of protein, grilled chicken.
Well, Stephanie, hard to believe it's already week 3 of high school football. Of course, our Mel Hamlin Game of the Week, Andover Central at Goddard. And one of the biggest keys for any team's home field advantage, of course, are the cheerleaders. Joining me right now is the Goddard varsity cheer squad. Guys, how excited are you for tonight's big game?
Oh, come on, whoa. I can't hear you. What was that? Come on.
One kind of like a slumber party out there. Let's head to Wichita State, where it's late night duty for KSN's Mary Rachel Redman.
Thanks, Leon. Right now, we're finally less than 2 hours away from tip-off, and as you can see behind me, some of the players already getting warmed up. I talked to Devon Smith, one of the assistant coaches. He told me the guys ate dinner tonight at 7:30. They had chicken teriyaki and baked potatoes, so hopefully that'll fuel them for a win tonight against Western Kentucky. And transitioning over here, the fans have finally been let in here, the student section, and one loyal, dedicated fan. You were out in the cold waiting with kids in Marshallville.
Absolutely. We actually got there around 2 o'clock and camped out, and here we are. It pays off.
Good evening, everyone. College football just right around the corner in today's newly released Big 12 preseason poll. Just proof of how close it really is. Unfortunately, football fans in the state of Kansas probably won't be too thrilled.
Well, Leon, the postseason is officially here tonight. 9-0 Bishop Carroll will embark on its quest to repeat as 5A state champs. Thanks, Leon. Well, today the day, college football teams around the country report to campus, and obviously KU players no different. And one of the main issues heading into camp, how to combat this heat, and Coach Charlie WEIS making light of the situation.
Today we have this big meeting tonight, and we go over all sorts of things, and one of the things they're going to encourage them is in this heat to eat. I never had been encouraged to eat in the heat before. Maybe that's a novel concept, but supposedly people don't eat as much when it's hot out. I didn't get that email.
Coach WEIS also addressed the changes in the new depth chart that elevated guys who haven't even played a down of KU football.
Well, I've seen the other guys play. We have so much work to do, so much work to do between now and September 1 to work as hard as we can collectively, both as a coach and staff and with the players, to try to get this right as fast as we can.
Coach WEIS says he already has his first speech ready for tonight's team meeting, and he's keeping it simple, just telling his guys, be on time and be ready to work. Reporting from here in Lawrence, Mary Rachel Redman, KSN Sports.